autism, what the science says and what RFK Jr. does not understand. Let's review what the empirical literature actually demonstrates about autism, because some public figures keep making claims that are frankly inconsistent with the last 3 decades of neurodevelopmental research. Autism is approximately 70 to 80% heritable based on large-scale twin, family, and genome-wide association studies. We have identified hundreds of genetic loci, polygenetic risk profiles, and heritable neurodevelopmental pathways. So when someone blames vaccines, they're ignoring the entire field of behavioral genetics. Okay? Next, how does autism develop? Well, we see indicators of autism during prenatal cortical development, including atypical neuronal migration, differences in synaptic pruning trajectories, and alterations in cortical folding patterns. Now, these processes occur in the first and the second trimester. A vaccine administered at 12 months cannot retroactively restructure development that began at week 5 of gestation. Now, what about the rise in autism? The increased prevalence does not represent a biological surge. It aligns with DSM-3 to DSM-5 diagnostic expansion, increased screening sensitivity, heightened public awareness, and reduced diagnostic stigma. Epidemiologists calls this ascertainment effects, not an epidemic. Okay? Next, we have the thimerosal hypothesis, which has collapsed basically under empirical scrutiny. Now, when thimerosal was removed from nearly all childhood vaccines in 2001, autism rates should have declined if it were causal. They did not. The rate trajectory remains statistically unchanged. So this is a textbook example of non-correlation falsifying a causal claim, okay? Now, high-quality research universally rejects a vaccine autism link, okay? We have large population-based cohort studies, case control studies, meta-analysis, and multinational epidemiological data sets, all converging on the same conclusion. Vaccines do not increase autism risk. Not MMR, not thimerosal, not cumulative dose, not timing. Now, to reject this consensus, you have to dismiss virtually the entire field of developmental psychopathology. Autism is a neurotype, not damage, okay? The scientific community recognizes autism as a neurodevelopmental divergence, not a toxin-induced pathology. Autistic people deserve evidence-informed discourse, not some scientifically obsolete narratives. So, when RFK Jr. continues insisting vaccines cause autism, he's disregarding genetics, developmental neuroscience, epidemiology, and every rigorous data set produced since the late 1990s. That isn't scientific skepticism, okay? That's called epistemic negligence. Now, some of us read literature, some of us read headlines. You know, I'm not here for fear-based science. I'm here for evidence, nuance, and neurodiversity. And if that makes an Adams cousin look smarter than a certain Kennedy cousin, well, I can't help that. So, follow me for actual science, not conspiratorial improv.